Two FIRs have been filed against the promoters and directors of Ansal API a day after Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath vowed a crackdown. The directors have been accused of criminal conspiracy and land grab in two separate FIRs filed in Lucknow and Ghaziabad. In Lucknow, the case pertains to 6,465 acres Sushant Aquapolis, where the promised development of project was not conducted, and Ansal violated the agreement by illegally selling 411 acres mortgage plot and also the buildings. In Ghaziabad, the case pertains to 152-acre land on which 848 houses for the poor were to be constructed. Instead, only 160 houses were made and the rest of the houses were sold illegally. Now that insolvency has been declared and skeletons are tumbling out, the fate of almost 7,000 home buyers and investors is at stake. So who will face the law for putting their lives in danger is the big question. Well, joining us now live is former UP Law Commission Chief Justice A.N. Mittal. Thank you very much for being with us, Justice Mittal. What do you make of this investigation now that has been launched by the UP government? Do you believe this is the need of the hour to bring justice to the people who, of course, have lost out now on homes and their money?
Certainly, it is the need of the hour to take action against Ansal Group. And I can say very, very safely that this scam cannot be possible without the hands and gloves of the development authorities. I can't believe that where the development authorities were sleeping. They should have taken the action when there was the uncompleted projects and when the Ansals were transferring the properties to other institutions and other persons. And certainly, under the law, it is possible that if any property has been transferred as a Benami transaction, then that Benami transaction is illegal and void, and that property can be recovered from that person, maybe his brother, maybe his nephew, maybe his wife, maybe his relatives, whatever it is. Because Ansal's group was such a big group, and suddenly you say that they have become insolvent. No, they cannot be. They have manipulated all the things. They have done the things in such a manner to befool the buyers, and there are thousands of buyers who have invested their hard-earned money for purchasing a plot or for purchasing a flat, but they have not done so. And I may also tell you that only to get rid of the defraud of the builders, this real estate regulatory authority have been established. And this real estate regulatory authorities, now they govern, they take action, and they also give the relief to the prospective buyers if the property is not handed over within the stipulated time. They also impose the interest and the penalty.
Okay, let me take that to Sushil Gupta as well, advocate who's joining us now live as well. He's a senior legal advisor and a corporate lawyer. Mr. Gupta, which way now is this case headed? Is the trouble now only increasing for this group?
Thank you very much. Firstly, I would like to say thanks our CM Sri Yogi Adityanath, who has taken action against whenever he came to know on promptly with it, which is quite good, and we should appreciate about it. I think we are discussing about only Ansal API project, and what will be Ansal API after the bankruptcy and insolvency, and the association of the company and worker and its employee. They would be also discussing about only for their future after the liquidation of the company. But no one is thinking or discussing about the investor or home buyer who has invested their fund in a particular project. No one is thinking about it. After declaration of the bankruptcy and insolvency, after declaration of the bankruptcy, the IPR has given only 14 days for to claim their to file their claim form. And now, out of which we have spent 4 days. Now we have only seven days to file their form. So how can we secure them? We should share different kind of information related to the how to claim their fund, how to secure their fund. but no one is thinking about it. We should also think about it.
Okay, let me in fact take that across to you as well, TN Shukla, a home buyer who's also joining us now live. TN Shukla, tell us your story. Have you also faced the brunt of builders in your dream in buying a home? And how do you react to this investigation now and this decision by the UP government?
Actually, I tell you, today we have lodged a FIR copy to the Thana Krishnanagar, which pertains to my area where I am living in Lucknow. Now, I'm again, the day before yesterday, I was on your interview. Today, also I am explaining in the correct way. Firstly, I booked two houses in December 2008, and the area was, per houses was 587 square feet per house. But what happened, I was frequently attending the office API and asking about my units, when you will, and the same, I have paid the full amount of the houses, two houses. But what happened, never they have told me the truth. What happened now, they have changed my, this very, Avantan Patra. They have issued the Avantan Patra. Now they have changed my Avantan Patra, original, where the unit was 587 square feet per houses. Now they have issued me the another Avantan Patra for 450 square feet, and it was my majburi thi ki I have accepted it, or they have promised to deliver me registry and the possession certificate in March, means this year, March 2025. But they were failure to do it. Then now the result is before you. So ultimately, I have lost the FIR, and we hope that according to Yogi ji, Chief Minister, commitment in Vidhan Sabha, that I hope that we will get it. I hope so.
To Ravindra Datta Mishra as well, home buyer. Ravindra Datta Mishra, tell us about your story, sir. How your experience has panned out trying to buy and build your dream home. How have your experience been with the builders, and also what is your reaction now to this investigation that has been started by the UP government?
Yeah. I Ravindra Mishra, retired Class 1 officer of Irrigation Department. After my retirement in the year 2010, which I got as retiral benefit amount, invested in name of my daughter to purchase a plot in the N sector, M3 by 57. And actually this colony was approved by LDA and government as well. So what else I need? I got security of government also. So I bought this plot. There were two schemes. One was 100% payment in one go, and another was installment. I opted for full payment and paid whole amount, including development charges, to Sushant Gold City Management, this company. And company did agreement, and clause 16 says, within 6 months of the date of installation of plot has been finally demarcated, I will call you for registry. But it's still awaited after 15 years. They have not issued any notice after getting full payment. I paid nearly 20 lakhs to them. Against that, they issued only basic price receipt amounting 5 lakhs plus something. I have full confidence on my CM, which is looking after the case very seriously. Yesterday in assembly also he spoke about this case, and I am hopeful under his guidance.
All right, let me in fact also quickly bring in at this point Dr. Amit Mehrotra, home buyer, who's also live with us. Dr. Amit Mehrotra, tell us about your experience, sir. What you have faced, with builders while trying to build and buy your dream home. Dr. Amit Mehrotra, also now this strict action being taken by the UP government, do you appreciate it?
Yeah, I'm working for UNICEF, and the time when I bought the two plots, at that time I was grossly involved in the polio-free campaign. I was doing the internal fight for the children of this state and for the country. And at that time, I saw the notice and I put my hard-earned money into two plots, one for me and one for my brother. I paid 50% amount for each of the plot in 2012, 11 lakh rupees each. And then after 7 years of that, in 2019, I got to know that Ansal did not own any land at that place. When I reached their office multiple number of time, I was told that that they are going to shift my land. They shifted the land also, gave me another plot and gave me a fresh agreement. And that agreement basically specifically informed me that 23rd June 2020, I'll be getting the possession of my plot. And since then also the 5 years have passed, overall 13 years have passed. There is no decision to that fact. So see, there are people who are fighting at the border, a lot of army men, a lot of people like us who are fighting the fight against many of the disease. Like I was fighting for the polio free campaign, and I led that campaign, and we know India succeeded. But now the result is our hard earned money during those fights have gone waste. Means we are in utter disappointment at this point of time. We don't know how our fate is going to be. That's what our lawyer was also saying. And I'm hopeful that with the intervention of the Chief Minister, eventually LDA is going to take over this colony. They have to develop, they have to give the land to us so that we can build the house for our families, and where they can stay. And now we are going to retire soon, so we don't know how to handle this situation. So through your channel, I want to again make a request, earnest request, that eventual solution can only be that once LDA takes it over under the full control, develops whatever needs to be done, and then charges the remaining money from us. If I have paid 50%, I am ready to pay 50%. But then I can only pay to a government agency, nobody else. Thank you.
Okay, let me take that to you, Justice Mittal. Now, Justice Mittal, the fact, of course, is that, the laws have been strengthened. We've seen how RERA has also come in, but still such cases continue unabated. Why is that?
First of all, I would like to emphasize the point which has been raised by Senior Counsel Shri Sushil Gupta. You know that under the first information report, the police investigation is there, and if the charge sheet has been filed, it will take years to decide. And ultimately, the guilty persons may be punished. But by implicating the punishment to the guilty persons, the investors will not get their money back or will not get their property. So what Mr. Gupta suggested, that there is a procedure before the insolvency court to file the claim. So I would earnestly request your channel to apprise the investors more information to file their claim before the competent court, so that their money can also be proportionately given. And as far as the criminal proceedings are concerned, they will take lots of years. There are so many challenges before the High Court. They will certainly go to the High Court for question of the first information report. Then they may, because they are very rich persons, they may also go to the Supreme Court to delay the proceedings. So what I need to say, that certainly, no doubt, law is very strict on this point. But the procedure is so lengthy that a person can allow to spend more than 10 years in the finalization of the proceedings. Certainly, it's a great thing that our Honorable the Chief Minister has taken note of this and has assured all the investors that their money shall be returned. And I am also in the agreement with Dr. Malhotra that certainly the development authority should take over the uncompleted projects and they must complete the projects and must hand over the property to the prospective buyers. But a legal question arises there. How the development authority can take possession of those properties? Under the Transfer of Property Act, the property has to be transferred by a registered sale deed by the owner of the property.
Okay.
The owner of the property is the limited company, Ansal API Group. They will never execute the sale deed. So, I don't think that any development authority will take the risk
Yes.
to
Okay.
invest.
Okay. Point taken. We've run out of time. I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave it at that. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us on this broadcast. We're slipping into a short break. We're back on the other side with lots more.